Hello there, hi, welcome back to Adventures in Music with me, Jim, where we listen to, talk about and do all sorts of things music-y. I've got something that I've got no idea at all what to expect today. It is a band known only, maybe known as other things as well, but known only to me as Asymmetric Universe, and it's Italian. Italian progressive metal math rock. Asymmetric Universe. So it's a track called Feather on a Glass. I've got a video for this. Hopefully it works. The band is Federico Verse on guitars and vocals and Niccolo Visse on bass. They also got some studio session players working with them. Gabriele Boletta on drums, Simone Garino on saxophones, Cesare Mecca on trumpets, Raul Rowe violins and viola, and Mitcha Liboni on cello. I suspect I got almost all of that completely wrong, so massive apologies to you guys. But let's do this. This is a track called Feather on a Glass, Asymmetric Universe. It's out on Inside Out Music. And it sounds like this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bosh. Oh! I love that percussive guitar sound. A bit like cleaning. Oh, I love this bit. At the risk of sounding repetitive to Ken, I can hear Haken's Taurus in that. got some skills. He's got some skills. That's such a good sound. Bah, bah, bah. Asymmetric universe then, hey? Feather on a glass. Wow. Instrumental, genty, proggy metal goodness. This. Oh, I mean, there's quite a lot to like about this. I really, really, really like that very sort of percussive, discordant, scratchy, bouncy sound that they used at the beginning, at the end, and sort of a couple of bits halfway through. It was very, very reminiscent of. Excuse me, Ken, for saying the comparison here, because I know you always pick me up on this. I say everything sounds like Haken. That doesn't sound like Haken, but that little bit did. It sounded like a Taurus, the beginning part of Taurus by Haken, and that's not a bad thing at all. The melody and the tunefulness of this is really quite reminiscent of Pliny or even Animals as Leaders, which was really, really unexpected and quite nice. Just a couple of dudes, a couple of them of Italian brothers, I'm guessing. They seem to have hijacked Andy Edwards' studio for his YouTube studio and got rid of all the stuff in there and just sort of plonked themselves in his... just the location of the video. It looks exactly the same as the inside of Andy Edwards' YouTube studio. I'm sure it's not, but maybe that's how Andy's getting his income. He's renting it out to Inside Out, make their band videos there. But yeah, really, really cool. I'll be interested to see how this band develops as a band, because as it stands, there's just two of them. There's guitar and bass, so they need the session musicians to sort of round out the sound. But I don't know where on the bump about this underneath the YouTube video, it says it's got studio session players, drums. You can obviously all the way through, but saxophones, trumpets, violas, violins, and cello. Was that just for that little bit at the beginning? Or, I mean, I don't know if I could hear any of that elsewhere in the track. All in all, pretty cool. Pretty cool. The band is Asymmetric Universe. The single was called Feather on a Glass, and it comes from a new album which is coming out. It's called A Memory and What Came After. I think comes out on the 29th of August, right at the end of the month. So there we go. That's rather cool, wasn't it? I'll see you all on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim. Over and out.